He has no idea what you've become to save him. Level 5. The white paper fan. You're 29. You've proven yourself as a red pole, but the dragon head sees something else in you. You're smart. You understand numbers. He promotes you to white paper fan. 415, an administrator. You're off the streets now. You manage the triad's legitimate businesses. Karaoke bars. On paper, they're clean, but underneath, they're washing machines for dirty money. The triad generates tens of millions annually from heroin trafficking, loan sharking, prostitution, and gambling. That money can't just sit in a safe. It needs to be cleaned. You run it through the restaurants. A noodle shop that seats 20 people reports serving 300 customers a day. The register rings up phantom transactions. Cash comes in dirty, gets recorded as legitimate income, goes out clean. You also manage the loan sharking network. The triad lends money at 20% interest per month. A taxi driver borrows 50,000 Hong Kong dollars to pay his daughter's university tuition. 1 month later, he owes 60,000. 2 months, 72,000. 6 months, he owes 150,000. He can't pay. You send the red poles. They don't kill him. They just hurt him enough to send a message. You're making 80,000 Hong Kong dollars a month now. You wear tailored suits. You eat at expensive dim sum restaurants in Central. You look like a legitimate businessman, but the organized crime and triad bureau is watching. They have surveillance photos, financial records, wiretaps. They're building a case. One mistake, and you're looking at 15 years in Stanley Prison. You think about your 3-year debt sometimes. It's been 10 years now. The debt was never real. It was just the excuse they needed to own you. You're in too deep to leave now. Level 6. The Incense Master. You're 37. You've made the dragon head millions. You've never been caught. You've never talked. He promotes you to Incense Master. 438. The Keeper of Traditions. You oversee all initiation ceremonies now. You recite the 36 oaths to new recruits. You perform the blood rituals. You decide who's worthy to become a brother, but you're also the Dragonhead's counselor. You sit in on major decisions, territory disputes, and alliances with other triads. Hong Kong is changing. It's 2015. The Umbrella Revolution just happened. The Chinese government is tightening its grip. The old ways are dying. Younger members don't respect the oaths like they used to. They want fast money. They don't care about tradition. They don't understand that the rituals are what separates the triad from a common street gang. You're the bridge between the old generation and the new. You preserve the culture while adapting to the modern world. The Dragonhead wants to expand into cybercrime, credit card fraud, and identity theft. It's cleaner than drugs, less violent than extortion, harder for police to track. You help him recruit hackers, young tech-savvy kids who grew up with computers instead of cleavers. You offer them protection and connections in exchange for a percentage of their earnings. Within 2 years, the cybercrime division generates 50 million Hong Kong dollars annually. You're making 150,000 Hong Kong dollars a month now. You own property, you have offshore accounts in Macau, you're wealthy, your father died last year. He never knew what you became. Your mother thinks you work in import-export. Your sister moved to Canada and doesn't talk to you anymore. You saved your father's life, but you lost everything else. Level 7. The Dragonhead. You're 45. The old Dragonhead is dying. Cancer. He has weeks left. Before he dies, he names you his successor. The ceremony happens in a mountain temple in the New Territories. 20 senior members witness it. You're crowned Dragonhead. 489. The leader. You control 3,000 members now. Operations across Hong Kong, Macau, and Shenzhen. The triad generates 400 million Hong Kong dollars annually. Your word is law. When you give an order, it's executed without question. But you're also responsible for everything. When a member gets arrested, you pay for the lawyers. When a member dies, you support their family. When there's a dispute, you're the final judge. You negotiate with other triads now. You meet in private dining rooms, expensive restaurants where a meal costs 10,000 Hong Kong dollars per person. You divide territories, you prevent wars, because wars attract police attention and hurt profits. You also deal with the mainland government now. Beijing officially bans triads, but unofficially, they use you. During the 2019 protests, you're contacted by mainland officials. They want you to mobilize your men, make the pro-democracy movement look violent. Some Dragonheads refuse. They disappear within months, arrested on fabricated charges, extradited to the mainland, never seen again. You comply. You send your red poles into the streets. It's recorded on video. It makes international news. You hate yourself for it, but refusal means death. You're at the top now. You have power, you have wealth, you have respect, but you're not free. You've never been free. Not since that night in the hospital cafeteria 26 years ago. Level 8. The Reckoning. You're 50. Hong Kong is dying. The national security law passes in 2020. Beijing crushes the pro-democracy movement. Activists are arrested. Newspapers are shut down. The rule of law crumble. And the triads? Beijing doesn't need you anymore. You were useful during the protests, Now you're a liability. The crackdown begins. Operation Iron Fist, the largest anti-triad operation in Hong Kong history. Police raid 200 locations simultaneously. You're arrested at dawn. 50 officers surround your home. They cuff you in front of news cameras. The headline, Triad Dragon Head Captured. The trial lasts 8 months. They have everything. Testimony from members who flip. You're convicted on 47 counts of organized crime, money laundering, and conspiracy to commit murder. The judge sentences you to life in prison. You're sent to Stanley Prison, maximum security, the same prison you sent others to for decades. You sit in a cell, 23 hours a day in isolation. You think about your father. He's been dead for 9 years now. You saved his life with blood money, and that decision destroyed yours. You're 50 years old. You'll die in this cell. Now you have nothing but time, and the ghosts of everyone you hurt to get here. This is the triad, ancient oaths, modern crimes. You climb to the top, but the ladder was always resting on corpses. And in the end, all that's left is the debt, the one you can never repay.